Hold on, I need my coffee cup for this. I actually do have coffee in there, by the way. That's not like a fake thing.
How did the beginner Jason Saltzman go about finding teams, and what are some things you learned along the way, starting fresh off the bat?
I'm from a lower middle class community where there was no like real middle class. There was lower middle and like upper middle class. I grew up wanting, and I grew up wanting like these things that I couldn't afford. And I'm going to basically give you a background of how I got into entrepreneurship because it's stupid, but there's a lot of lessons in there. I was in this relationship where she not only was materialistic, she had a brother who was like 22 years old that drove like a Ferrari and a Hummer, and he lived in this like palace, and like there's a movie called Boiler Room. Ben Affleck was in it, and he had this scene where he's like talking about how awesome it is to be rich, and he's like this greasy, dirty, like money dripping greed, and he throws the keys across the table when he's giving this meeting. He's like, you don't think money's the root of all happiness? See the fucking smile on my face. Like, that was him, her brother. So he came to me and said, Jason, he goes, you have a gift, and I want to exploit that gift. I want to build a new business, and I want you to be in this new business and run this business with these 5 guys that were part of this upper class society. And he goes, I'm going to send you to California, you're going to learn this program, and you're going to team up with these 5 people. And I was like the youngest out of all of them. I did it. I was very motivated to be him. And I built my first business with these 5 assholes. They came from extreme wealth. But what I got out of it was you learn the other side. You know, when you're so close with people, you start to see how they see the world. And as a young person caring about things, I noticed that I didn't want to be like them. I noticed that it isn't about money. And that took me a while in life, but it started out that way. I remember the business was a product that we had to get on the phone and sell. We were piggybacking off of this 20-year-old company that taught you about this product. And I remember the CEO of the company got up, and there was 300 people in the audience. And they're like, who wants to get on the phone in front of everybody and close? And I have no idea why I raised my hand, but I raised my hand, and he was like, come on up. And I got on the phone, and I was horrible. There was a script, and I just blew it. And nobody was shy at telling you how bad you were at something. But I remember like feeling super insecure, and these guys were so confident. They were, because they're from money, and like I feel like money creates this like false sense of confidence, you know. But that's not true confidence. You learn in life that's not like true confidence. So fast forward a year later, and we started the business in New York, and I was the best one. And I'm not telling you this from an ego perspective, just from a data perspective. My team closed the biggest amount of deals. Because we learned empathy, and we learned how not to be an asshole, and we learned how to treat people like humans. And these individuals taught me that, and I was the best at it. So I went from being like this scared, nervous person who couldn't do anything to like monster closer. My numbers were off the charts, and it basically set a pathway to my whole entrepreneurial career. Self-reflection is the biggest tool you have in life. If you can assess the things that you're good at, you like doing, the things that drive you, the things you're just not good at, if you can assess those things properly, I guarantee you're going to hit a level of success. And the reason why is because you're letting yourself be true to what you're good and good at, not good at, what you like and what you don't like. And if you accept that into your life properly, you'll create a door to let people in that you wouldn't normally be looking at the way you'll be looking at after you figure out what you're not good and what you're good at, what you're passionate and what you're not passionate. If you're going to allow the right people in your life, you have to be real with the person that you're closest with first, and that's you. Because the lesson here really isn't how to build a business. It's how to think like an entrepreneur. It's how to think on your feet, right? It's the value system to being independent. And by the way, if you learn how to be and think like an entrepreneur, building a business is going to become second nature to you because you figure it out when you really want something done. If you're convinced that the world needs your shit to exist, you're going to figure it out.